You know what I'm learning, man? You know, dedication, true dedication and discipline, and like being motivated, self-love, loving yourself. You know what I'm saying? And just continuing to love yourself, even on days when you don't want to get out the bed and do whatever it is you're doing to give yourself that self-love, because you owe it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really do. When you really think about it, like, you know, I'm starting to learn, man. Like, literally, it's down to the point where, like, if you don't get up and do it, it ain't gonna get done. And a lot of times, I used to sit around, you know, hoping or assuming that some kind of way it was gonna get done. And I ain't never really realized, like, bro, it's just as simple as, like, if you don't get up and do it, it ain't gonna get done. You all you got. You don't got nobody around you that's gonna take care of you or do whatever it is you need to be done or run your errands and shit. And I started to realize the simplicity in that, like, yo, if I get up and make this shit happen, it's gonna happen. If I get up and, you know, take a swing at it, it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, you know, even if it ain't on that very day, it's like it's gonna happen. And I say all that to say, man, I told myself, I said, it's gonna be cold as shit in the morning. I ain't getting up, I ain't walking. And I've been doing this walking shit for a little minute now. And it's liberating, man. Like, I feel great when I'm walking. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's going towards the progress of my body and getting my body to where I want to get it at. But I damn sure told myself, like, man, I ain't walking, bro. It's gonna be 27 degrees right now. It's 27. It feel like 19. But I said I gotta get out there and get them 10,000 steps in, man. You know what I mean? Just like I talk about on the sobriety tip. It wasn't what I was going through to get drunk. That part felt kind of decent. It was the end result that I hated the most. The hangover, the grogginess, feeling miserable, feeling all over the place, feeling sloppy. It's no different from good habits from bad habits. A good habit is walking, that's self-love. But the process, or even leading up to it, you know, it could be a little discouraging. It could be a little not so, you know, attractive to you at the time. But that end result, man, when you done, when you get off your trail, or when you get off your shit, whatever you was doing, even if it's going to the gym, you know, working out, lifting, leading up to that, even going through that, might not be so rewarding. But man, the way you feel at the end of it, it's amazing. I feel great, you know, for two things. For the fact that I got out and did it even when I didn't want to do it. I got my ass out the bed even when I didn't want to. And just how I feel physically. You know what I'm saying? I feel great. I feel like progress in my body. I know I'm working towards something. You know what I mean? And it's helping me realize, like, man, just on the simplest level, it ain't gonna get done if you don't get it done. Like, if you don't do it, it ain't gonna get done. You know what I'm saying? Can't rely on nobody else to get you where you trying to go at. You can't rely on nobody. And I was a heavy relier. I used to rely on my kid's mom. Like, it ain't even funny, bro. Like, she gonna do this, she gonna do that. All right, I don't feel like it, she'll do it. Until I start really realizing, with the help of our separation, like, yo, nigga, you wanna be self-sufficient. You wanna rely, you wanna be able to rely on you, not nobody else. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's like, just sitting here, like, well, just walking and shit, just thinking, like, man, it's just a great thing. You know what I'm saying? When you can rely on yourself, man. I wasn't gonna be doing shit today anyway, but sitting around. Probably would have lifted a little bit of weight, so whatever the case may be, but you know, this feel right. It feel good to get out here, get it done, move on with the day, feel motivated. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at though, man, with it right now. Like, just focusing on myself. Just pouring into myself until my cup is completely full. You know what I'm saying? Before I worry about anything else, anybody else. This is what it's about. You know what I mean? Shit, even when I start working at some shit, I ain't never gonna stop doing this shit. You know, and it's easy to say that. And it's also easier to get sidetracked with running and being in the rat race and all that. But you gotta make time for yourself. And I'ma always make time for myself. You know, we start to lose touch with our own selves when we working, when we running around, when we doing all this shit that don't mean nothing in the end. It ain't helping you. It ain't extending your health. It ain't taking you to the next level. You, yourself, you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about all the material shit and what you can buy. I'm talking about like taking care of yourself, your mental, your physical, your soul. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. You might work 10-hour days, sleep for 6, travel for 1. You know what I mean? And whatever else in between. But motherfuckers don't never find that time for themselves. And I ain't talking about going to the bar. I ain't talking about rolling no L. I ain't talking about none of that goofy shit. I'm talking about some self-love. Some shit that's going to take you to the next level. Help you sustain your vitality. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you could take an hour and a half out your day to go walk. You know, an hour out your day. Listen, I don't got no gym membership. I went through that whole phase. I be hearing people, and I'm glad I dodged the bullet. I be hearing people talk about the gym like a club and it's like a meetup. Listen, when I did go to the gym on my first little weight loss journey, I was making my progress and I was in that motherfucker bright and early. It wasn't like that. And this was like kind of like COVID, so it wasn't like that. And I ain't one of them niggas. I ain't checking out nobody. I don't care what them niggas doing. Setting up tripods. I don't care about none of that shit. I'm in here on business. And I stayed like that. But then I started to realize, like, why the fuck am I paying for this membership when I got exercises in my routine that I could do at home? So I dodged the bullet with that. Like, all my shit at the crib. So you ain't even gotta go to no gym. You ain't gotta drive. Get you a little workout mat if that's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You can lift at home. You can make up shit. During COVID, I was lifting with a broom and I was putting two gallons of water on each side, wrapping them up, like triple bagging them in the plastic like little grocery bags. No bullshit. And I was curling with that. So it ain't no excuse. You gotta find that time. You gotta prioritize yourself. Like I said, I could have laid in the bed. I said it was gonna be too cold. And I don't even get cold easily, but I just said, I ain't doing it. You know how you had that shit on your mind so much you dream about it. I'm like, man, I ain't walking today. When I got my ass right up, came out and walked. And now I'm happy I did so. Because I would have sat in the crib and regretted that I didn't walk. But again, if you don't do it, it ain't gonna get done. Prioritize yourself like you prioritize them people, companies and shit, them jobs, and making them more rich. Just how you prioritize making them rich, make yourself rich. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about money, but invest in yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna make more videos like this because this part of my journey. I was just 291. You know what I'm saying? Probably can't tell because I got the sweatshirt on, bro. I was just 291, bro. I ain't ready to upload no progression pics, but I'm working on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit y'all with the 90-day joints, 30, 60, 90, all that. You know what I mean? It's not a game, but you gotta start somewhere. It ain't an easy thing. It ain't an easy thing. It's a worth it thing. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely worth it, for sure. You investing into yourself. Take an hour, 2 hours out your day, stop ripping and running, and do some push-ups. You know what I'm saying? 2 days out the week, out of 7 days, eat something healthy. Some smoothies or something. And this ain't no hypocritical video. I just was there. I know what it's hitting for. I know how addictive that shit is. That's why it's like that. So you can't come off it. But listen, I'm a regular nigga. If I could do it, well, I ain't regular, but I'm a human like you. If I could do it, you could do it. Straight up.